G'day folks, Parkera here and welcome back to, should be episode 10 Elmcreek. So where we last left you, we were having a guy doing this, we finished just stoning out the field here. Now I have skipped a couple of days, or we are now into pretty much the second part of December, and we've, you may or may not remember, we've washed the tractor and the plough that we had there, and we've also gone down and we've stone picked the old sunflower seed. So all our fields are pretty much, apart from the barley here, which is it's still growing, which is good. Everything else is pretty much just, I mean, we are in December, we are in the start of winter, so it's pretty much just ready to rock and roll now until planting of next year, well, in a couple of months, March. So we're just going to have a look here. We are, like I said, we are on the barley field here. This is going to be a while before this harvest, but it's looking good. It's got all this fertilizer, and it's going to give us a good yield. So there's not much else to do in the farm because we don't have any animals to look after. We don't have any of that bits and bobs. So what we are going to do is I'm going to take a few contracts today. There's a little workaround which is quite nice in terms of contracts. We'll see what we can find in what some of the local farmers want around the area done. So let's have a look and see now. And we can see here, there's some cultivating contracts, and there's some ploughing contracts. What I try and look at is, you're going to think, there's a 9,000 for field 31. What I do tend to look for is also the biggest implement for the cheapest lease price. So sometimes if we look at field 39 as well, 31 and 39. So 31, it's a big old field, and what's the other one? 39, another big field. So you know they take a fair whack of money, and that's their ploughing contracts. So you know you plough, you're talking, looking at that one, whatever that is. So it's a pretty good plough. The price, they're all pretty much the same price. Just looking at ploughing, let's have a look at some of the cultivating contracts. Not paying as much. We've got a 3.2 there. That's a good size cultivator. We've got another cultivator there and the same cultivator there. 3.3 for the blue one. And the other one was a red. So I'm just going to quickly have a look and see what I can find. Trailers, cultivators. So it was these two here. Yes, definitely. So you're looking at a 7.5 meter and 8.4 meter. Okay, so we probably look at that. So the plan is, okay, what we do is we go here. So that looks like it's going to be the bigger of the one, 479 lease. So what we'll do is we'll take that contract, okay, and then we'll come down here and we'll take that contract. And we'll take, you can only take 3, so, and we'll take that contract 3 at a time. Now remembering we are borrowing from, damn it, Aaron. Which contract did I accept first? See, this is the trick, folks. You got to remember which is the first contract that you took the equipment on, because when you finished, okay, I know that's the last contract. 54 and 59. I'm pretty sure the Samuel Ortega's got the guy we want to leave last, so we can do 54 and 42. So let's have a look at 54 and 42, so we can see 42 is not too bad a field, and 54 is also not a bad field, obviously. And we're looking at the leaving the other field till last, which I believe is 59. Is fine. Now we're going to screw this up or not. 59 is here. Cool. Okay, so we're back. Just had to change some things here. So we have borrowed equipment. It got delivered here. I forgot that there is a mod. I have all the shop items can get delivered into your farm. You just select a place, and that's why. So we've just made a slight change. Do remember now that the change is going to be, so the last contract that we want to accept is this fella here. So his is the equipment we borrowed from Jimmy. So on 41, so we'll do 42 and 54. So that's pretty good. So 41, 42. Well, we can do 42, but we just don't collect it. And then 54. So 41. So we're going to do 54 first. We are here in the farmyard. Brum, brum, brum. Okay, so let's get into this beast here. Now she does have a front weight. Okay. Now apologies. Might be about out of practice. That should be enough. I kind of have been absolutely tenassing with Stellaris the last couple of weeks. And it's Friday here. It's the 14th of Jan. So I hope everyone is doing well. More than enough fare. Excellent. So we're going to take this to. My goodness, I'm so out of practice. This is just horrendous. I apologise, guys. No proper intro, no formalities. How are ya? So out of touch, so out of practice. It's not funny. Right. Go do 54, which we can access from here. It's only 10 to 9. So we're fine. Whoopsie. And once we get to field 54, which is there, it's quite a good long one. So it will take a while, so most likely will be a time lapse. I'm going to do these episodes. Alright. We are on ready to rock and roll field 54. And let's go. So with contracts, you actually, I mean, you get to 90%, 95% or 100%, I should say, but generally it doesn't mean the whole field. You usually gives you maybe half a strip, depending on the field size, what you need to do. So that's pretty good. So I'll blast through this, but we'll just take a little bit of this probably first for a while, and just have a chat and just see how things are going. Hopefully everybody is well into the, well, it's hard to believe, you know what, it's always, it's 14th, yeah. 14th of January today. It's almost, it's pretty much halfway through. I'm not even paying attention yet. It's pretty much halfway through January already, and I'm like, what the heck have we done with our lives? Well, I have done nothing, but we just keep on ploughing away. Get it hard ploughing away. I'm so funny. Okay, let's see how we go with this now. Just like overlapping, we have messed this row up a bit. We can see it's quite, you know, the lighting is not the best lighting here because it is a winter, as you can see at the top there, but we're getting it done. We're not doing too badly at all, folks. So fingers crossed, we should be good to go. We'll get this field done. But like I was trying to say, I hope everyone is well. It is hard to believe we're halfway through January already. I've done bugger all. Seriously, sweet BA. Yeah. And you just go, oh my goodness. It's, you know, what do we do now? How the heck where the heck is this year gone? You know, but it is what it is. It's crazy. I hope you've had a good 2022 so far, though. And obviously Omicron, however I say it, is not affecting you at all, and hopefully you are all safe and well and just taking it easy, looking after each other. Wow. Just trying to stay straight with my steering wheel here. This game is, one thing I've noticed is this game is very hard. It's not the best with the G2, the steering wheel configuration. It really is not. It's really hard. It's really just doesn't, every tweaks and stuff. And even through the G hub, I'm going to have to probably make some more changes onto that as well, because you can see I'm kind of all over the place. You think I've had a few bit of moonshine or something this morning when we started the farming. No, we haven't. But it is what it is. That's, I think, is a good screenshot, and I'll just take it. Screenshot land. It's a bit. Yeah, we're out of the sun there, so. And all that. I haven't even stayed straight. Lordy, look. Hey, enough jibber and jabber. I'll get stuck into this field, and hopefully we can fix this error. Mr. Parks, you've done a good job, but hey, it is what it is. Let me know down below if there's anything you'd like to see. Any questions you may have. Hopefully I should be able to answer them either in video or in the comments directly as a reply. I do check all my comments because I don't get many, so I do enjoy getting comments and do enjoy replying if it deems a reply, and or at least acknowledging the comments. So, and I do appreciate you, the new subscribers. I've had another new subscriber since last time I recorded these videos, which was a couple of weeks ago now. It is, like I said, 14th of January here. I usually do, lately I've been trying to do 4 episodes ahead in batches, so on a Friday, like every 2 weeks. So today the plan will be to try and get 4 episodes out, although I've got 1 episode because I kind of recorded 1 extra last time in the bag, which will be coming out this coming Monday. But yeah, I do try and get the bulk of the fortnightly videos done in 1 day. It just seems to work well for me. That way I don't find there's not much pressure, and we are just not on target today. It's just all over the show, Joe. But anyway, I think it might be easier just to keyboard this again, to be honest. Just to stay straight. My goodness gracious me. I use my steering wheel to turn, but I think I'll use my keyboard just to stay the rhythm. Can't get straight here. But anyway, yeah, so like I say, I do batch record these, try and get a head start, keep ahead, it's what you kind of do. But yeah, just enjoy it. Like I said, this is the first time I've touched FCF Farm Sim for a while, because I've been so engrossed with Stellaris in the last couple of weeks. I've really been enjoying it. My goodness, and I'm like, no good, but I just enjoy it. It's kind of scratching a little space itch I've had for a while, so that's just good. And then we'll just see how we go. Little micro movements. I do realise I am kind of doing a lot of over. I'm not really getting much of the crop here. That's kind of on purpose to try at least get some sort of a straight line. Now you'll see this plough is doing this job in a good time. Obviously you'd do a lot better if the driver was a lot better at staying on track, but yeah. He'll get there. Learner's licenses, eh? Just trying to get my wheel right, just stay center. We should be okay. About there. Yeah, we're slightly overdoing, but we're getting more of the crop, so I think we're pretty good here. I'm happy with how we are looking. Certainly in this pass, most definitely getting it done. So yeah, we will. I was going to time lapse this, but we're not too far away. Maybe 3 passes away if I can get it right. So we'll do this, and then we'll click it with the other contracts. Now, obviously, you would notice that the contracting work, the prices especially, were a lot higher for ploughing, which was fine. But I decided not to take those jobs because obviously ploughs they take a lot longer, and just wanted to try and get some extra money. So I say extra money, that's the kind of old starting from scratch mentality from my personal saving. That's where you got, you know, struggling, you need to try and get money in. But I'll just have a look quick nosy at my money. I got 128,000, so I don't really need to be doing this. But this is quite good though, because it does give you a little bit of free cash in a way, and you get to just do some work as well during this off season. Because in winter, like I said, I don't have animals. It's not something I'm really big on, if that's the word. It's something I don't really entertain much in my games for farm sim. Maybe chickens is the biggest I'll get, apart from bees, but you know. So yeah, it's just one of those things. So generally during the winter months, you'll be doing a lot more prep for your, you know, with your animals and stuff like that. But you know, I'm all agriculture here. We're about the ag. So what will happen today is this will be a nice one episode. I'll do the other couple of contracts either as a separate episode, or maybe tapped onto the end of this as a couple of not speed builds. What are they called? Time lapses. But anyway, eventually what's going to happen is the next time you see us, it's likely, if not the next episode, but the episode after, to be ready to rock and roll for planting season. We'll skip ahead in the winter months because there is, again, like I said, not much. There will be contracts to do, but I'm not sure how much interest you guys have in the contract side of things and seeing it. But yeah, what I would recommend if you've got the game, and like especially if you're doing like starting from scratch or you're a bit lower funds, is use contracts. Go through, try and find your most expensive contracts, and also have a look at what contracts are offering the biggest equipment for the cheapest lease price. And not so much the tractor, but because generally the tractors are all offered will be pretty much straight on. But like for example, the plough here, the cultivator, the biggest one you can get in term, and if you have to look through the shop like I did, that's fine, just to find out the difference. And then just kind of make note of what contract that is. So, you know, borrow the items from that contract, and then they take 2 more contracts with good value that you can use the same equipment on that you've just from the original contract. So you'll have 3 contracts. You just got to remember that the contract where you borrowed the equipment from to do last. So because otherwise you'll accidentally, as soon as you you've done the contract, but as soon as you complete the contract and collect the money, basically you will lose the equipment. So that's why it's good to note what sort of what contract is the one that you borrowed the equipment from, and you can see that, and then you'll be fine. You'll see on the upper right there the contract on this field has finished, and you can see there's quite a fair bit to go. So we're going to go back into our menu there. We can see here that cultivating is clicked, so we click $3,000, and we'll go back, and we've still got the equipment, and look at that, Bob's your uncle, Mary's your mother, everything is all done. So yeah, it gives you a good lead away, probably not half a field, a good row-ish, before you are expected to have to worry about going back. So it's not too bad finishing off the contract. But like I was saying, yes, so if you just remember what contract you leased the equipment from, do that last, and then just keep adding to contracts. So you can finish a contract during the day. You don't have to do it all. So I've got 2 contracts I've got now. Oops, I'm going to feed time back up to how it was normally. So yeah, you can take 3 contracts max at one go, but you don't have to finish them all in the one day. You can carry them over to the next day, which is good. So we just got to remember to do that. Now, we've got to remember, I think, I'm just going to have a look at our contracts here. It's field 41 we want to leave till the end. And, so we'll do 42 and then we'll do 41. And then we'll call it a quits for this episode actually. So those ones will be time lapse and we'll see you when we get there. Okay folks, so we're about to start. So field 42 and 41, the left and the right. The up and down, I am going to probably employ a little, I was going to do a trick where you kind of do both at the same time by just going left to right sort of deal, but it doesn't really matter. So there's got enough room here, so we'll just go down and make a start on those. Okay. Okay guys, we'll leave it to you. We're going to just time lapse this and it will get started. I'm just going to get to the end. I am actually going to go up and down. Up and down, round and round. And just see if we can do these at one time. Because that's all it's going to take. Alright, let's get on to it. Yeehaw! Okay, folks, so we're pretty much finished. You might have seen the flashing up saying it's all pretty much done and dusted, so that's pretty cool. We will just finish this pass, and as you can tell, it's been snowing for a wee while. The forecast was for snow. Looks like it's here to stay. It'll be interesting to see if it settles at all. At the moment, I don't think so. But usually in December, from what I've played this game, for my saves, December doesn't really settle. During December, seems to be January. It starts to snow and settle. So you'll see here now we are finished. Well, we have overly finished, but so we can just. You've got those little bits and pieces. That's fine there. So we'll just fold this up now. And what will happen is we'll suddenly get teleported. We can complete the contract, collect, and done. So we'll just go back home, and we'll leave it here. So yeah, so we got some good money here out of contracts. Like I said, those contracts weren't huge. We could have gone for some of the ploughing ones, obviously with a 10 and a 9 grander in there. But I just thought we'd get that done and dusted. A few contracts today as the snow comes down. Hopefully we'll get to see a bit of snow on the ground for you guys. But that's all for this episode. I know that last couple of fields were all over the place. I was just going with whatever flowed came at the time. Not ideal, but it's not my field, So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, please comment down below, give it a like, because that helps the algorithms go and get discovered and stuff. And subscribe if you're new. Once again, thank you for the new subscribers in the last couple of fortnight. Really, we do appreciate it too. And again, make sure you stay safe for the rest of the month, and we will catch you next episode, which will probably, depending on, I'll do a few more contracts maybe offline, but it's most likely to be March. If we look at the calendar, we're looking at probably March because barley's not harvested until June, and I want to get some sunflowers in that top field, so we're probably looking at March to get the sunflowers in there. Alright folks, and obviously Patricia's old field, I don't know what I'm going to do with Patricia's old field. I might put sunflowers back in there actually and put corn in the top fields. Either way, we'll see you back in around March. Have a good day. Ka kite.